First of all, I thought our young ladies really competed. I thought they competed at a very, very high level. It's really challenging. When I thought we got really good shots, open shots in the first half that didn't fall. We tried to change some of our movement in the second half to try to get some different score opportunities that didn't work particularly well. But I thought our effort was absolutely outstanding. So sometimes when you play that hard defensively, it's really hard to make some shots, especially the first few times that you do that. Is that why? I don't know. Is it just the day we didn't make shots? This is the first time we played in front of a really big crowd and we really wanted the ball to go in so much and you change. It's hard to say why. But the bottom line was I thought our effort plays were outstanding. We hit the offensive glass really, really hard. We defended at a high level. And it's game 4 for us, and it's a great opportunity to learn and to grow. Our fan base was incredible. Our crowd today, we had people from all over the country to some extent, or maybe within the Midwest, that came to the game. So that was really a lot of fun. See a lot of people, and hopefully we did enough good things that they'll want to come back and watch this group, because I think this group really competes at a high level, and they're going to continue doing that and continue getting better.
Questions? When people are used to scoring are struggling with their shot like that, I think in a way the fact that they kept shooting was a good sign, don't you? I mean, because they did. Both Grace and Mara kept doing what they do. But I mean, how does that play with you over the course of a game when just nothing seems to want to go in?
Well, I think the interesting thing about Connecticut is that, when you look at them, a lot of people talk about how they score and how they score so many points. And the reason they're able to score a lot of points is because they're so good in transition. Well, the reason they're good in transition is because their defense is really good. So they get stops and then they push and attack. And so it's challenging to guard them at any point in time, whether it's half court or transition, but it's really hard when you're basically in transition defense so much of the game because you're not making shots. So do I think that I give our young ladies a lot of credit. Making shots, missing shots. They defended at a really, really high level. They continued. I thought there were even some times maybe they hesitated a little bit. I think Connecticut is a team that's really, really hard to score the ball against and score inside against until you probably start making some of those shots. But again, I thought our effort was absolutely outstanding.
Don, did you ever think about not honoring this game? I mean, when you came in as new coach, you didn't have to. I mean, did you ever think about not playing this game today?
I think it's a thought that crossed our mind. Yes, I think ultimately. But it's the right thing to do. It is. And it will help us. It will definitely help us. So it ended up being a really good situation. I don't know Paige personally. I didn't know Gino personally, going into this. But I think ultimately this is an opportunity for us to compete, and we did that at a very high level.
One of the things Gino said that he was impressed by is that your effort level stayed up here even when things weren't going well, and you didn't deviate from what you were trying to do, even though it wasn't always working. I mean,
Whether that's good or bad.
I guess just the discipline there was a lot of things that people could have been throwing their hands up and said, well, it's just one of those nights, but they kept, I guess, working hard.
I honestly thought there was only one possession defensively where we missed an assignment, which we're going to miss assignments. We're not perfect. That's going to happen. That we looked really, really frustrated, like almost defeated at that point in time. But to our players' credit, I thought they came back again. It's a challenge. It's a challenge at any point in time to guard Connecticut, but then you're guarding them in the first half and you're in front of our bench. So our bench can help you. You can hear enough, thankfully. In the second half, defensively, our players are on an island at that point in time. They can't really hear us. They have to understand. And we missed some assignments that we didn't necessarily miss in the first half. And so those are things it's just going to take us some time to figure out how to do that.
What do you tell your younger kids? I mean, after a difficult night shooting, do you need to say anything, or do you let them alone and let them come back the next day and work hard? I mean, as a coach, how do you handle something like that?
Well, first of all, our message to them is a couple different things. One, we're really proud of the effort. We really are. and we did this on a 2-day prep, and that's really challenging to do. But we're getting better, and we're really getting better defensively. And then, and offensively, there were a lot of possessions. We took care of the basketball against a team that is very difficult to take care of the basketball against. We had only 8 assists, but it's hard to get assists if you can't make shots, right? So, but we had 12 turnovers. That's the number we'd like to be at or below, and we did that, and we did it at a high level. It's hard. Our bench was shorter today than it's been in other games, and it won't always be like this. But when you're not necessarily scoring, making shots, you have to. We made the decision, whether we have to or not, we made the decision to play the kids that defensively put us in the best possible situation to stay in it as long as possible. And that's not always going to be like that. But understand, for the players that didn't have a chance to play as much, it is challenging. It is, and that's not the way it's always going to be. But that was a decision that we made, right or wrong. We'll go back on film and try to evaluate and figure that out. But the reality is we're going to continue getting better. Then we talked about, we're at a stage right now where we play CSUN. Well, the next few games that we play are against teams that are mid-major quality teams that all have a chance to contend for their conference championships. So it doesn't, maybe the physicality changes a little bit, but the task doesn't get easier for us. So we play CSUN on Wednesday, and I think they're 2-2. Then we turn around then we have 3 games in a week, and we haven't done that yet. And we play Stony Brook, who's undefeated. Then we turn around and we play Norfolk State, who's undefeated, who led the nation in field goal percentage defense last year. Then we turn around and we play Drake, who up until, I don't know where they're at right now, I think they have a game today, but they're undefeated in Missouri Valley contenders. So tomorrow's an off day because we need to, with 3 games in a week, we need to take a day off the week before, the week after. So tomorrow will be a day to hopefully rest, recover, but then we turn around and we have to 1-day prep. When we get through that stretch, then we take on Kentucky, and then we start the Big Ten, So this is going to be a challenge for us moving forward, but a great opportunity to play against one of the most elite teams in the nation and find a way to compete for long stretches.
Dawn, I don't know how long you were standing in the hallway when Gino was talking at length.
Yeah, why did you guys ask so many questions? That took a long time. Okay, sorry, go ahead, I'm sorry.
Well, no, I'm just saying that, you undoubtedly heard a lot of the complimentary things that he said about your team. How does that make you feel as a coach when a guy who's won 11 national championships stands there and says that about a team you've coached just for a short period of time?
Well, actually, I didn't hear any of it, but if he said that, that was really nice of him. So, he was very gracious and very thankful, and so was Paige that we played this game, because it's a great opportunity. And you hear the place kind of erupted, and so I thought to myself, But that's what it's intended for. But then the great part was when my battle got introduced, it was equally as loud. I felt like it was anyway. So I thought that was kind of a neat thing at the same time. And the rest of our young ladies too, but those two certainly have a great history.
Even though the shots weren't falling early, how did you feel about how open the shots, the looks you were getting, what was going? And how does that prep you as you get ready for the Big Ten season and whatnot?
Well, ultimately, it's great to get wide open shots. You'd like to be able, and we were trying to get offensive rebounds. So I did a really good job, especially early. It'd be nice to be able to attack inside a little bit more, but there's a reason why they're really good defensively. They don't just let you do that, and that makes it really challenging. So ultimately, again, I think our young ladies really competed at a high level, and let's hope that they fall the next time, right? It'll be a lot more fun.
At the end of the game, when you took the mic and kind of addressed the fans, was that like an in-the-moment decision, or was that something you had planned?
Yeah, there's a lot that's kind of in the moment, but that was it's a great opportunity for us. Hopefully our fans walk away, and they were incredible, but hopefully they walk away and they say, you know what, this team's got something going, and they're going to compete, and we're going to come watch them and support them. So hopefully that's the case, We even said the ones that were wearing blue might come back next time and wear some maroon. But there was a lot of maroon. There was a lot of maroon and gold in that arena today.
More, are we good?
Okay, thank you.
Thanks, guys.